Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Fuck a crybaby Karen. My ex is warped into a fucking demon Carrie Lake baby mama and family. Accusation after accusation with an attorney. No fucking exhibits. No police reports, no incident reports, no pictures, no videos. Not even a witness to say we had an argument ever. I'm confused. Aren't you the one with the current domestic violence charges as the aggressor with your current baby daddy you have 2 small children with? Please help me do the math on this. Isn't this why I have full custody of all 3 kids? Ain't been to one parent-teacher conference, but you're going to try to tell me the mental health of a 12-year-old. Aren't they garnishing your wages for back child support? And what the fuck does a 12-year-old all of a sudden know about masking? Isn't that what the
Norman, hi, this is Detective Larry with the Phoenix Police.
Holy shit. What? How you doing? What's happening now? That's funny. I just got off the phone with CPS a little bit ago, but how can I help?
Oh, okay. Well, so obviously you know that your daughter and her mom made a police report?
I'm not surprised. So I go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt. Go ahead. I don't have anything. I don't know what to defend myself with because I don't know what the accusations are because I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you what. So it sounds like the officer had spoke to her and the mom, and the daughter was saying something that I guess she wanted her to move out of the one room into the other, sleep with her sister in the other room, because I think your mom just got home from the hospital.
So yeah, so we're transitioning into a new apartment. We're supposed to be moving. I just signed the paperwork yesterday, and I'm supposed to get the keys today or tomorrow. I'm on my way to the dealership to actually trade in my car, to get a new car. But long story short, I have my 2 younger kids. They're in the car right now. You're on speakerphone, and they know what's going on. Long story short, me and have been in family court for many years, and I don't know if you've seen the record or not, but every time we go to family court, she tries to stir the pot because I have full custody. She pays child support with garnishment and back child support, so she's kind of doubled up on child support. And she tried to do a modification about 6 months ago or so, 8 months ago, and was denied. And then my modification came up and was granted for the back child support and the back taxes. So she's feeling some type of way, also because I'm a YouTuber and I do Uber, and my YouTube channel is about fathers' rights education and crime. So she's feeling some type of way because I'm having success not only in parenthood, but I'm having success on my channel. So she keeps trying to. In the last 2 years, I've gotten 5 CPS now notifications with 4 letters saying there's unfounded. I'm about to get a 5th one now. So
it looks like she made a police report so she could take you back to court and try to get custody.
Exactly. So you already know. So when we went to court 2 months ago for the tax portion, where the judge, or I think it was about 2 months ago, the judge told her the only way you would be able to get a modification is if a year was up after your initial modification, and he explained to her that it had only been 5 months. And he said the only way you would get a modification is if there was an extraordinary circumstance or extreme circumstance. So he gave her the ARS stature, but didn't give her the name of it. And I'm a paralegal. I know what it was. So so she's looking for a mental health clause or an abuse clause, and she's the aggressor in her domestic violence. She's the one who has had supervised visits not only for these kids, but also her own kids with her own domestic violence as the aggressor and her current relationship where she's at. But she keeps reflecting and projecting everything onto me like I'm the issue. So my 12-year-old now is at her house with visits, and she keeps using these victimized Me Too words. There's 2 different kinds of victims. There's a survivor, and then there's a perpetual victim. My ex is a perpetual victim who likes to always be the underdog and try to get charity and somebody help me, because she doesn't want to do anything herself because she didn't make it through high school. She's like Maryville's finest. So I'm like at this impasse because she keeps using the system and her education of knowing how the system works as far as abuse, and she's now educating my daughter on how to use the system to try to get what she wants because she doesn't want to pay child support. So what do I do about her using you guys and CPS constantly to file charges and make false reports, and there's no consequences? Because I've called all ombudsmen, I've called supervisors, and everybody's like, well, you got to file a restraining order, and you got to file, and I'm like, how does that help the situation?
Right.
It's not how you guys are just all the only one getting paid off of this is you guys, and not you, but the system is the only one making money on this. It's not helping my family.
No, because like this report, the daughter had said that I guess she was arguing with you, and you kind of put your hand out and pushed her back away from you by maybe the neck area. Kind of pushed her back and went to take her phone, but she didn't want you to take her phone or something.
She doesn't have a phone, sir.
I don't know. This is what she put in or told the officer. So.
Yeah, it sounds like she's trying to mesh a whole bunch of stuff together to victimize herself. What do you need me to come in? Do I need to do fingerprint?
Nothing. I was just reaching out to you just to let you know what was going on.
Okay. Do I have to worry about charges being filed, or what do I need to do on my part?
No, I'm just going to close the report. The officer did speak to her and let her know that, basically that you have a right to discipline her, and, her acting up like that was really no excuse,
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I appreciate somebody being an adult in the room, because her mother is just enabling her with, victimhood talk, and she tried to tell me about she was when I talked to her a couple weeks ago when she tried to have an emotional wind up from visiting her mom. She was trying to tell me I don't know who she is because she was masking. And I was like, do you know what masking means? And she didn't know what it meant. I said, masking means that you were lying intentionally, that there's a problem and you don't want other people to know the problem. So you intentionally lie to try to hide the problem emotionally or whatever it is. And she looked dumbfounded. I was like, you got to stop using big person, 40-year-old woman words that don't apply to you. You don't have daddy issues. You weren't abused. You know what I mean?
Right.
So stop trying to have this argument. These aren't your demons. But her mom, because I took away her cell phone because she was acting up and she was texting some boy at 12 years old. She just recently started her period within the last year, and she's starting to develop. So and so I do crimes and interrogation, so I do background checks. So, and as a paralegal, I'm hyper aware of pedophilia and all that. So, so she knows the name of the game. So what she's doing is she's locking her phone. So, and I don't check their phones, but we caught her on her phone texting some boy walking up behind her. And so I was like, who are you texting? And she claimed it was some boy at her school. And I'm like, well, you just started a new school. Who are you texting? And she was like, well, it's a boy from my old school. So the story kept evolving. So I was like, let me see the phone. And when she handed me the phone, she pressed the close, the power button. And when I turned it back on, there was a lock feature on it. So I told her to unlock the phone, and she refused to unlock the phone. So I took the phone, and now she's going back and forth, and the mother's emailing me talking about, well, I bought the phone. It's part of family plan. I need it back, and she wants to give it back to her daughter and use it as a carrot and stick type thing, as a power struggle.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, and it's just muddy water, tiny bullshit, but it's like death by 1,000 cuts. And when I go to court and try to explain this to the judge, it's like, this is such a waste of time, but it's so toxic because when this kid when Aaliyah becomes 18, I don't want her shooting up a fucking school, you know what I mean? Because her mother is playing these games.
Yeah, I hear you. So, well, I mean, I wish you good luck, and hopefully things get a little better for you, okay?
I appreciate you closing the case. You have a great night, or a great day.
You too, bye.
Thank you for watching another awesome video from the Norman Nix Show, LLC Crimes and Interrogations. All artistic rights reserved.